Hey, it's Brandan from B Loves the Love. You're actually getting more than usual from me this week because unfortunately had to bring my son to practice today. Today is typically the day that I don't have to drive him. And so they were home from school today. And because I work from home, I was a parent that was home. Now they're old enough to where they don't really need much, but it's still their kids and they're asking questions and they're asking for me to drop them off places or whatever. So it's not easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy. It's not peaceful. So I was very much so looking forward to just being home and taking a bath and sitting and reading a book. And lo and behold, my husband called when he should have been well on his way home to tell me he was just leaving work. So suffice it to say, I'm not pleased. But I am excited that I did finish that series I was talking about in my prior video with, I don't know if I told you, it was Mafia related in Italy, but it's 3 black women, and they are 2 sisters and a cousin, and they all one falls for the head Don. The other 2, the sisters, fall for his enforcers and his muscle. And it was just a well-crafted series. And this was one that I read a couple years ago, didn't do the review on, and had to reread. Chose to reread in order to do the reviews on it. And I am so very pleased that I did, because I really, really and truly enjoyed these books and getting back into the world and remembering sections and then highlighting more sections, because I'm like, this is really clever. Katrina Jackson, it's a series by her, and I'll be sure to mention it in the description box which book this was, what series it was, but very well done. So then I was trying to figure out, okay, it's the last couple days left in January. What book do I want to start? Because I'm trying to start and finish a book within January, so I can have these are the exact books that I've started and finished in January. And I think I found a novella that I had purchased, because we've already discussed it's a problem. And so I'm pretty certain that I can finish that. I might be able to finish it while I'm waiting for my son to finish practice. So that would be awesome. So then if I finish that one, should I start another? I have to read every day, so I'll have to start something. It's just a matter of, do I reread a book or do I start a new book? And there's a number of books that I reread. I might actually, and this might be a smart thing to do. I had mentioned I was going to read Parable of the Talents. And so I might reread Parable of the Sower to get myself together in order to read Parable of the Talents. I don't know. As I've shared before, and anyone who's read Parable of the Sower knows, there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. And to read that and then Parable of the Talents right after might be a bit too much, considering how wary I am already of reading Parable of the Talents. Reading Parable of the Sower and then immediately going into Parable of the Talents just might be a bit too much for me to get my mind around. But we'll see. Like I've said, I have more than enough books to get me through. It's just a matter of figuring out what lane I want to go to. I have a number of rom-com type books by Black authors that I might focus on in February. Keep it light. I'm really, 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 really trying to stick with reading Parable of the Talents in February. I honestly, I don't know. So I know I said that I was going to hold myself to it. I was going to do it in February, but the way the political environment is right now, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to commit to it. It might just be too much for my mind to handle. Maybe it'll be one of those books to where I'll read a couple chapters every month, and by the end of the year, I'll be done. That I might be able to do, because the idea of reading and finishing that book is giving me more anxiety than I think I should feel at this time, or feel just about reading any book. If it's giving you anxiety, it's almost like, why are you going to read it? If I want to read it because I know it's going to be amazing. The chapters that I've read have been amazing, but it's also a little too close to home for me to separate, and perhaps a little too close to home for me to enjoy. So right now I'm going to give myself a bit of grace, and I might just read a couple chapters every month, and then with the goal of finishing the book by the end of the year. I think that's my new goal, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope that you are having some success with reading, that you are not stuck sitting in your car at a practice you didn't plan on going to. But if you are, I hope that you're making the most of it. Like I said, I'm going to start a book and hopefully be able to finish it by the time his practice is over. So, not completely wasted, just not what I had planned to be doing on this night. Anyway, take care of yourselves, happy reading, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.